The Colts set to take over, and last year's starter, Carson Wentz, of course, he's in Washington now. So enter this man in his 5th season in the National Football League.
And this was a franchise that was looking to make a move at the quarterback position. Now, I'm not sure that this is going to wind up being a move that excites the fan base, though, because you're bringing in a guy who's been around a few years, but never really had any great deal of success where you say, here, take over the offense and everyone loves it. It's a big risk, but they believe in their guy, and they're willing to give him a chance.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, Charles, we talk about the new man under center, and he comes into this game with an 8-5 record as a starter over his first 4 years in the NFL. But the difference now, this is the first time that he's been the opening week starter.
Well, you certainly talked about it. You alluded to it. He's shown flashes over the last 4 years, but that's really been it at this point, a very small sample size. 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, throwing another 4 scores on the ground. It's certainly a limited body of work. But now, for at least one season, he's the man here, and it's the opportunity he's been waiting for.
On first down, Madden. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. You talk more about this new quarterback, Charles. What are the challenges you see for him taking over as the Week 1 starter?
Partner, you bring up the challenges. Let's go with what we know already. He's produced in limited opportunities, and we've also seen that he has a flair for the big moments. 2 of his 8 wins, they came in primetime games. On the flip side, getting to know the playbook, understanding his teammates, relating to them. Can he also make the most of his talents as the guy?
And Paris Campbell, that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Madden. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener.
All right, give him 6 on that one. Touchdown pass, and his first one as the acknowledged starter. We all know the effort he put into all of this, the patience he had waiting around for his spot. Now he's taking that opportunity, throwing his first touchdown pass of the season, and he hopes that's the first of many, many more.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A CD, you've got Manny Kahue calling the shots for this offense. His second year as an offensive coordinator in the league. How do you see his crew on this side of the ball performing this year?
Well, partners, you and I both know, and everyone else around the league, Manny was a popular head coaching candidate for this year. But he told all the teams he was interested in remaining a coordinator for a bit so he could continue to grow in the job. As far as his offense this year, he's really optimistic about what they can do because he loves the talent on that side of the ball. And one other thing, Manny Kahue, a young, bright offensive mind, he'll be a head coach before long when he's ready to do it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
You know, partner, we talked to this young man earlier in the week, and he went on and on about how his experience backing up Derek Carr for the last 4 years put him in the position he's in now as the starter.
He sure did, because he went on and on about how Derek Carr is the definition of a true professional, and how despite year in and year out noise surrounding Derek Carr about whether he was a Super Bowl caliber starting quarterback or not, Carr never wavered, showed up at work, tried to unite the team, make everyone better, make himself better, and he said he wanted to be that same kind of presence now that he's a QB1.
Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. It certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the gun on 3rd down.
Plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Oh, yeah, that's a good throw right there. This is a big game for this man at quarterback. He's a QB1 to start the year for the first time in his career. And he's determined not to let this opportunity get away from him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Madden. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a give to Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Madden. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. Touchdown!
Jonathan Taylor
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Madden. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory.
On the handoff, Taylor.
There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the...
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. The give to Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run with Taylor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run here with Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards up
there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Indianapolis,